Why do my nostrils whisper to me?
Hello all, and welcome to another video on the Hermitcraft SMP2 server. It's been a very long while since I've made one of these, but I have good reason. So, I'm recording this video pretty much directly after I watched Mumbo Jumbo's episode 26, I think, of Hermitcraft Season 7, in which he built an quadruple all-purpose mob farm. So that basically means it does creepers, skeletons, zombies, and spiders. And quadruple because he built 4 of them right next to each other. Even though he didn't finish, I just thought I'd, point it out. So, it just so happens that the design that he built, Gnembon's design, is quite similar to the design that I was just standing over in the Hermitcraft server. This, originally I took Gnembon's design and made some tweaks to it to make it friendly for the 1.13 update aquatic, or 1.16 what we're in now, because of the new water mechanics. Because this farm was originally built for 1.12. I'm going to run through some of the changes that I made to the farm to make it just a little bit more efficient, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to spectator mode and give myself night vision, and now I'm just going to fly around the farm and talk about the changes that I made to make it compatible for the 1.13 aquatic update, or the most recent one, 1.16 nether update. Up here there's a giant platform which makes everything below it dark, and then down here there are 10 smaller platforms with alternating dispensers filled with buckets, or dispensers filled with water buckets. And then the observers just carry the signal downward, which causes the water to spread out throughout all of them, therefore flushing off any mobs that would have spawned when there isn't water. And this is its default off state, and here's its default on state. So this is where the mobs would be spawning, and the water would flush them off, and they would all fall down here onto this area where they would be pushed down into the center and fall down like 30 blocks or something, enough to kill the normal mobs with 20 health, such as skeletons, zombies, and creepers, and enough to kill the witches who have potions of healing, so that, they can fall down enough. Of course, the link to Mumbo's video and the link to Gnembon's original showcase of this farm will be in the description of this video, but let me just explain what I did. So, first of all, I moved the AFK spot. Originally, he was like, Gnembon put it somewhere higher up, but I moved it down to Y level 189. Don't use that number as an example for your own farm. That's just where I put mine because that's how high I needed it to go up. Okay? We good? Let's continue. Because if you see, if I just run this custom function that I have on the server, it shows the AFK sphere, where mobs will spawn based on where you're standing to AFK. What happens is this entire farm gets loaded in the area, and then also what gets loaded is down here, this bottom portion is loaded so that all these hoppers can pick up the stuff and it can run into the sorting system. Let's remove that sphere, and then let me talk about other changes that I made. So I moved that down just so that it can keep really the entire farm in its loaded area. And another change that I made, the water in the previous update would always flow towards this hole and then stop because it reached the water reach limit right here with a sign above it. So what I had to do was these walls weren't originally here. You gotta add the walls around the side, because what happens is now, with the update, the water detects that the closest spot for it to fall off, which it likes going towards holes, is behind it. So if you don't have anything stopping it from going behind, then it'll just run off to the side. And I have carpets on these blocks to stop anything from spawning. And then instead of signs down here, I found that it's actually beneficial to put open fence gates, because if you have signs around and the water on top of the signs, mobs float in water. So they would just get stuck and there would only be 1 block for them to fall down. Now there's 9 blocks for them to fall down in, and it's more creeper resistant, because when they were all trying to go down to 1 block, if you had a skeleton and a creeper and then the skeleton started shooting, if it hit the creeper would blow up, destroying the signs and causing the water to pour down all over your collection system. And something else that I updated, these spawning platforms are exactly the same size as originally, because the amount of distance that the water can flow has not changed. But something that has changed is the ability to waterlog slabs. So what was happening prior to this was there was a very small chance of a baby zombie spawning in this 1 block high gap in between the observer and the other dispenser. So, and there really wasn't a way to stop it, because then the water wouldn't be able to flow. But now with the ability to waterlog slabs, you can place down a slab there, making this spot non-spawnable, and then the dispenser, when it can waterlog it, causing the water to flow out all the way to the edge. So that very minorly increases the efficiency, but it definitely does. To answer one of the questions that Mumbo had in his video, no, you do not need to put up glass walls in the side, you do not need to put up glass walls in the side, because if you were to put glass walls going all the way up, the mobs already just fall directly into place and never really miss ever. So if you've built everything right, they should all just fall somewhere around here, around the outside, and then get pushed in and fall down. So no, you do not need to put the glass walls, but that's if you built it up in the sky with nothing around it. If you built it underground and it's near, it's surrounded by like ground and caves, then yes, you will need to put the glass. But if you made a perimeter, no glass, because the spiders, when they fall, they can go out further because they're wider, and if they grab onto the glass and then they crawl all the way up, so they have no chance of falling down, which increases the mob cap, which fills the mob cap with spiders, therefore decreasing the efficiency of the farm. Yeah, that's pretty much all there is to this farm, and it's very similar to Gnembon's original, just with a couple minor tweaks. If you want to learn the specifics on how this farm really works better than other farms, like I said, Gnembon's video is in the description, so just check that out for really the specifics on how everything works. I hope you all enjoyed this very quick Gnecraft episode, mob farm tutorial, even though it's not really a tutorial. That's where Gnembon's video comes in. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I typically don't ask this, but make sure to leave a like and subscribe to stay tuned for more stupid content like this.